Okay, here we are. We're back. Campfire Spookhouse, episode 22. Today we have an important one. Ryan Coogler's Sinners,
Yeah.
written and directed by him.
Mm-hmm.
Produced as well by him and Zinzi Coogler and Sev Ohanian. I can't read my writing apparently. But it stars Michael B. Jordan, who's a great actor, giving me extreme Denzel Washington vibes from this film, and he's playing a dual role.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing twin brothers Elijah Smoke Moore and Elias Stack Moore. It also co-stars Hailee Steinfeld as Mary, Miles Catton or Catton.
Should have heard these names said out loud before we started reading.
I know.
But sorry.
They're going to help me out. It's fine. Everybody's here to help out.
Yeah.
And he plays Sammie, Preacher Boy Moore.
Mm-hmm.
A buddy guy plays the older Sammie. Jack O'Connell plays Remick.
That's right.
Wunmi Mosaku as Annie, Smoke's wife.
Fantastic.
Yeah, great actress.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lawson as Pearline.
Yeah, she did a great job as well.
The singer, right? She was a singer in the movie.
Yeah.
Omar Miller as Cornbread.
Yeah.
Gotta talk about him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the legendary Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim.
One of the greatest.
Peter Dreymanis as Bert. He's from the band July Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Lola Kirk as Joan, his wife.
Yeah.
Lee Jun Lee as Grace Chow.
Yes.
And Saul Williams as Jedediah Moore, Preacher Boy's father.
Gotcha.
And the description of the film is trying to leave their troubled lives behind. Twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back.
That's right.
Budget for this film was 90 to 100 million.
Yeah.
And its box office return is 244.6 million, but it's
far.
still in theaters.
So far.
So
projected to probably finish around high threes, maybe high threes, mid fours, like 400 and something.
I could see it getting as high as 4.
I could see it as getting, to be honest, I could see it worldwide. I could see it getting about $500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to discuss themes of this movie because I'm curious to hear your take as far as the symbolism that the blues music plays in this film.
Yeah. So as far as themes,
mm-hmm.
This movie has layers. The movie has quite a few layers. I think the layers go as follows. It goes traditional classic like good versus evil.
Mm-hmm.
The blues music is from the beginning of the movie, the kind of beef that Preacher Boy has with his dad.
Yeah.
The blues is like the devil's music. It's the rebellious music. So that's what it represents. It represents walking away from what is good.
Mm-hmm.
But it also represents freedom. So this is another theme, freedom, because we're talking about the 1930s in Mississippi
mm-hmm.
Delta, which is Jim Crow era, where there's segregation. So there's black and there's white, and there's black towns, white towns, black laws, and the Klan was a very legitimate threat for the black community at the time. So it's good versus evil. It's black versus white. It's what is supposed to be kind of pure and clean versus what isn't, and it's sinners and saints.
Yeah.
It's all of these things back and forth, themes, but it's themes, and then all of the characters kind of dabble.
Mm-hmm.
The two spiritual people, like religious spiritual people in the story, are Preacher Boy's dad
mm-hmm.
and Annie. And Annie.
Oh yes, that's right.
And Annie is essentially like It's well, I think it's not called voodoo. It's
Like witchcraft, or
it's voodoo. Now voodoo, these kind of traditional, ancient, spiritual mysticism, and it's used for good, but it can be used for bad. That's when the voodoo part, where like you're making dolls or people or whatever else.
Yeah.
But these are all the themes. There's like these juxtapositions back and forth, and then there's also layers to those things. So if you're talking to Sammie's dad,
Mm-hmm.
he's doing the devil's music. If you talk to Remick, his music is this beautiful gift that Remick wants.
Mm-hmm.
See, but what his dad is saying, and when he's saying, if you dance with the devil, he's gonna follow you home, that sort of thing, and he's not lying. So it's like it's a gift that might be beautiful. It might even come from God, but it's gonna attract the wrong type of attention.
Yeah,
and this is why he's kind of warding him off of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of those sorts of themes. It's essentially good versus evil and different versions of that.
When you look at it from that perspective, the amount of layers that this film actually has, that's beautiful crafting as far as storytelling goes.
This is one thing,
brilliant and masterfully done.
This is one thing that I really appreciate about Ryan Coogler's filmmaking and his overall writing. There's a lot of depth to the stories that he tells, and because of that, after you watch a movie, and I mentioned that, like, it's been years since I watched a movie, and after I watched the movie, I kept thinking about the movie.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
Been doing that since I've seen it too, nonstop.
Yeah, once again, the entire premise of these twin brothers who were gone 7 years. They were gone from their hometown. They were, that they were working for like Al Capone.
Yes,
but it doesn't get said in all the ways. But I think Mary has a line that talks about them being in trouble because they have is it like Irish beer and Italian wine or something like that.
Yeah, I remember the Italian.
So basically what they did is they worked for both.
Yeah.
They worked for they worked for Al Capone, but they also worked for the Irish mob. And at some point, it seems like they stole from them.
Yeah.
And because they stole from them, it caused a war between those two groups because they thought the other person was stealing from them. And then they just went back to the Mississippi Delta. So they just kind of dipped, took whatever money plus all the beer because they figured they wanted to go down south where they were from and start a juke joint so that they could kind of carve out a piece of the pie for themselves.
Yeah.
If you listen to both Sack when he's talking to Sammie, he's talking about how the North is different. And he said, don't believe everything you hear because obviously they're back in the Mississippi Delta for a reason.
Yeah.
It's all of these things speak to a time in history that there's so many things that were going on that they don't talk about explicitly, but are present. You ask yourself, what are these two former soldiers? Because that is kind of mentioned in
World War One.
Yeah, so they're World War One veterans. What are they doing working for Al Capone? Well, remember, that's Prohibition times.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, it's also segregation times. So you fought in World War One, but you're black. So there's not a lot of opportunities for, it's not like there's a ton of opportunities for anybody coming back from war. But on top of that, you're black in Mississippi. Like, what life is there for you? Mm-hmm. But now you have a unique set of skills.
Yeah.
Because you fought in war, you have weapons training, you have all these, you are valuable enough. So they find themselves working for gangsters.
Yeah.
And now they have those skills, and they've been gone for the 7 years, and now they're back and they're trying to make life for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that this is a fantastic premise. And then they're trying to get it done in the day. It's kind of the inciting incident. They're collecting people that they know, meeting with people that they know, so that they could get this off the ground, make some money, establish themselves, so that they can take that money and turn it into a life.
Yes.
So that is the premise. Of course, things go south, and you kind of meet different people along the way.
Yeah.
That kind of even more expand that world and build that world. It's such a rich world and tapestry that I wish I could get to see so much more.
Yeah, prior to watching the movie, the vampires are a big thing about it, but yet you're given so little on them until it's the right time.
Yes.
And I really appreciated that as well.
What I appreciated about that is that every death felt a certain amount of weight.
Yeah.
Because you, to a certain extent, knew these people. Yeah. And you knew their stories. When you talk about Delroy Lindo's character, Delta Slim, and he tells the story like when they're driving, and he tells the story about like escaping jail and being lynched, whatever, and then one of his friends not really escaping the fate, and then all of his friends, after escaping that fate, still ending up in jail.
Yeah, because they saw those the chain gang right on the drive. Yeah, I remember.
You know one of them?
I know all of them. Yeah,
those are his friends.
Yeah,
and you understand why he's this guy who's just drinking, kind of trying to kill his sorrows.
Yeah,
making just and he would literally he takes the money, but the money is just so he could drink some more.
Yeah,
because it's a depressing existence. And once again, the brothers are representative of trying to give a chance to escape that depressing existence.
Yeah.
Sammie is a preacher's son, but he loves the blues.
Mm-hmm.
The blues has his soul. He starts off a little scene where he's working in the field. He picks his cotton, and then he works all week, and then he goes to get his guitar. His guitar's not under the bed. And then his dad has it in the church, and his dad obviously put it there so that he has to go and see him if he wants to get the guitar. And his dad kind of gives him the spiel about dancing with the devil.
Yeah. And
then his cousins come to pick him up, and his dad is looking at them kind of side-eyed. And they're like, don't worry, we'll have him back in one piece, sort of thing. And later on, you find out they're related. You know they're cousins, but now you understand that the way that they're cousins is that the preacher, his brother was their dad. When you find out about their dad was abusive. Apparently what happened was one day both were born. Smoke was born, and then Stack was sideways. So it complicated the birth, and he had to be turned around to come out. But that process essentially made his mom bleed out. So his father kind of always hated him, and that's why his father used to beat him.
Yeah, makes sense.
And his father used to beat him, and then of course his older brother, his older identical twin brother, did not like that, and one day just killed his dad.
Yeah, would protect him.
Yes, and later on you find out that the same guitar that Sammie plays was their dad's guitar.
Yeah.
So on top of all of that, it seems like the blues was always a part of that genealogy.
Yeah.
Like it's a part of the family.
You notice too, even as you're telling, like you're giving the whole story and you're explaining what's happening, even the way that it was written, all these plot points.
Yes. It's
all full circle. Like
Yeah.
everything literally is connecting back.
And this is what I'm saying about layers, because you're going through the generations. One generation, there are two brothers,
Yeah.
and these two brothers have two very different paths. The next generation, they have very similar paths, but their ends are two very different paths.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing. They're identical, but still it's not the same.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because even the way they live their lives are different.
Yeah.
I think you can, a lot of the reasons you could tell, besides the fact that they obviously like different colors, Smoke and Stack.
Yeah.
One of them is just, and one of them has like some gold fillings.
Yeah.
One of them just smiles a lot more.
Yeah.
And the personality is a lot more open. And then the other one is a lot more about the business.
Yes.
And getting things done.
And I've seen Michael B. Jordan movies, but I've never seen a performance as authentic from him.
It is his best work.
Yeah.
His best film work. I don't know if he does any stage stuff, but it's absolutely his best film work. You should be at the very least nominated, but you should win. You should win something for this because it is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah.
You definitely should win something for it because it's a fantastic achievement. And this is another thing about like Coogler's story, like this particular movie. Everyone's story, like it makes sense. The relationships make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Smoke is with Annie makes sense.
Yeah.
The fact that they lost a child makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they wanted something, but they couldn't have the thing.
Yeah.
Because their role is actually to protect people, both of them.
Yeah.
And then in the case with his brother, Stack, and Mary, they have like this forbidden thing because she's an eighth Black.
Mm-hmm. And
at that time, one drop rule, it means technically she'd be considered Black, but she's passing.
Yeah.
So if she pretends that she just said she's white, she could also be white.
Yeah.
But she grew up around them. Apparently, after the mother died, Mary's mom, who would have been, if her grandfather was half Black, Mary's mom would have been a quarter Black, which makes Mary an eighth Black.
Yeah.
So it means that Mary's mom was probably looked more Black than she did, and she was the one who took care of the twin boys.
Mm-hmm.
He used to breastfeed them, according to Mary as well. Mm. So that also makes it kind of weird because it means that Mary was really into one of her adopted brothers.
Yeah, true.
or he was also into her. But it also makes sense because they're not technically related.
Yeah.
And they're, it's a boys and girls.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that whole dynamic, like putting those little elements in there,
mm-hmm.
it's such a great, like I said, it's a fantastic premise. It's a great premise in general, but what makes it better is putting it in 1930s Jim Crow South.
Yeah.
Because there's so much more layers to it because of that. So when you have the Mary character, that is both kind of like that forbidden fruit, forbidden love type thing, where the only way it could work out is if both of them just kind of became undead and lived forever together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that it would have ever worked, because if not, they couldn't have any sort of freedom.
Yeah.
And then when in the post credit, when Stack is talking about it's the last time he saw his brother, last time he saw the son, and he doesn't regret that particular day because it was just for a little bit. They felt free.
Yeah.
Just for those hours that they had the juke joint going, mm-hmm. was the only time in their entire lives that they felt free.
That. Yep.
And that's what I mean. It's that in itself it's just really great storytelling.
I love the music is my favorite part of the film. All the songs were great.
Because of all of those things that I already mentioned. This is what then makes the music a character onto itself as well.
Mm.
And you see everyone is represented with this music, right? Of course, Sammie is the music person.
Yeah.
But the brothers essentially provide the venue,
mm-hmm.
the stage for that music to come alive. And then it's also ends up attracting, Remick.
Yeah.
Because he sees it. His character is really interesting because his character sees it as an opportunity to add to what he already has going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously he's Irish, and him being Irish is also really interesting because he talks about kind of the past. He tells them the Klan was coming after them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So on the one hand, he literally just turned Mary, who then turned your brother.
Yeah.
But he did that because he really believes that if everybody is with him, then, we all get the best and you could live forever, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So very interesting villain and compelling, because for some people that might be an existence that they're really interested in.
It's also like he's like Remick was vicious and vile, like in the efforts to turn them.
Yes.
But it's like once you're converted, even when he's like manipulating you,
yes,
he's so sincere and genuine about it. And then it's like once you actually turn, he'll be your best friend for life. Like he's loyal to you, you're loyal to him. It's like one big family.
He's trying to convince. It's one of those things. So I heard someone say, "Is this those liberal white people that Malcolm X warned us about? They can show up pretending to be nice, but they really just want to suck your blood."
Well, the Remick is the representation of evil as well. So yes. I mean, like evil will be manipulative,
Yes.
Like the devil to Jesus kind of thing. Like
evil is evil.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes down to it, evil is evil. But this is what I'm saying that I appreciate about Coogler's stories and characters.
Mm-hmm.
That although evil is evil, it doesn't mean that evil can't be compelling.
Yeah.
Or kind of make a compelling case.
Yeah.
And so because even when he started singing his songs, that was captivating as hell too.
The road to Rocky Road to Dublin is an amazing song.
Yeah. So,
I also like when they were playing in the barn.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt the music so much so that I felt entranced by it when I was in the theater. I also want to make note too, because I'm sure you noticed how amazing was it when they were playing the song in the barn, and it was Sammie playing his music. I swear it like went through the evolution of music. Yeah. Like you saw like next came an electric guitar, a guy in electric guitar, and then hip hop like with the DJ.
It went in both directions, because then you also saw people playing like lutes.
Like it was kind of showing like where music is going to go from here if we just keep
where music is going, where music has been, and also in the present.
Like it's showing where it's like kind of like where it started, and it was just it was a really really great touch. That actor Omar Cornbread was great. Great.
So people have been saying a lot of commenting about how Hailee delivered her lines. My favorite delivery in the entire movie is when Remick shows up with those other two former Klan members with banjos and says, "I hear tell there's a party going on," and then and then Cornbread replies, "You did?"
Yeah.
that was my favorite delivery of the entire movie, because he's asking a question, but he's also but he's also implying, well, that's too bad. Just by saying you did.
Well, he was in charge of the door too.
Exactly.
Who he's got to let in, so he needs to be skeptical. But I like too when he was trying to get back in.
Yeah.
After he's and that's what I want to mention. So you know a lot about vampires when it comes to like the typical cliches of being a vampire, like the garlic and whatnot. What I didn't know, what I'd never seen, I don't think in a horror movie, unless because we did say that From Dusk Till Dawn influenced this movie a lot. So maybe it was mentioned in that, but I didn't know that a vampire needs to be invited in. Yeah. I didn't know that. So, because I kept thinking to myself, why aren't they just barging in there?
So, that is one of the things that it's like knowledge. It's like something that I knew and then I forgot. Because I remember at the very least being aware of that.
Yeah.
So this is how it worked when I ended up watching the movie. It just made sense to me, but I didn't know why. And then later on, I was like, wait a minute, that's information that you knew, but then you forgot. So if someone asked me, hey, do vampires need to be let in? I'd be like, no. But because I watched this movie, I'm like, vampires do need to be let. Like that's another part of the lore. Like every kind of evil being has their own lore.
Yeah.
And some of it doesn't carry through the whole way. Some of it does. Of course, if you think about the last vampire movie you would have watched, and I'm talking about like a popular one, is probably like Twilight or something.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah. Well, for you it's Lost Boys. For most people it's Twilight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you don't really think about vampire lore if it's all about vampires. But this movie is not about vampires. It just has vampires in it.
Yeah.
So I just think that was a very good use of that particular part of vampire lore. It created some of the greatest scenes. The way that Mary got back in after she turned was fantastic because it was in no way like anyone would have let her in.
Yeah, true.
You gonna just stand there? You gonna let me in?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, come on, go ahead. Like it really wasn't.
You're not going to second guess it or question it. She was just there, so
not on the radar at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so cornbread is great. So let's go through the tragicness of cornbread though, because he's just there picking cotton with his woman, his wife, who is pregnant.
Yes.
And then he leaves with the brothers to go get some money.
With the promise of a better life.
Yeah, and then he ends up turning into a vampire.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
So that's that. Let's talk about the chows.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, he was. I found like at first I was thinking like, oh, this guy's really shady. Like I don't know if I trust him. Like I feel like maybe he's just acting like he's kind like nice and loyal to them, like with their background and everything, but then he's gonna betray them in the end or something.
Yeah.
There was some kind of vibe I was getting from him. And then like you pick up on the wife and she's just not interested at all in this.
So I didn't get that at all from him.
Okay.
So I got the weird vibes from Grace, the wife, and their daughter. Both their daughter not once even had a smirk.
Yeah.
For I think that was Smoke.
Smoke, yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all. It was not. It was looking very suspicious. Very, very menace to society. Hurry up and buy vibes going on.
Yeah.
With with that little girl.
Yeah.
And because of that, I didn't trust it. Like I got okay. Well, with Mr. Chow, I think his name was Bo. But with Bo, it was like okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really like see as much of Bo though throughout the movie. It was like because I did as shady as I thought he was. I thought his acting was great, so I wanted to
It's
see more
it's
from him.
just going off on what we saw of them, right?
Yeah,
At no point did Grace seem like she was there for any other reason than to get paid the money that they agreed.
yeah, true.
Whereas Bo,
Strictly business.
Bo was hanging out.
Yeah,
Like you even pay attention after Stat gets turned. What does Grace say? We didn't come here for that. Go get the car.
oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
And that's when he left, and that was when he got turned. Yeah,
we didn't come here for that. Go. Imagine if she was like, let's wait and see what happens with your friend or whatever. Bo would have been right there next to her.
Yeah.
And they would have figured out something.
True.
And Remick wouldn't have known anything about it all.
True. I did really enjoy watching these partners, I guess, of these characters trying to convince them to come over to this, this side. It was endearing.
That is one of the things that I really appreciate. I think in a lot of vampire movies, it's just like, oh no, a vampire's gonna get me, and then they get them or they don't.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it was literally vampires making like a solid case. Hey, don't you want to live forever?
Yeah.
Like we could all be one big happy family.
Well,
it's more compelling because you are literally living in a society that doesn't want you, that makes everything hard for you. And now this guy is like, you'll live forever, and you'll be powerful. That's why I say it is genius to have a vampire movie in the Jim Crow South. It was just a great premise.
I think the movies, again, like the episode before this one with The Exorcist, it's flawless. There's nothing wrong with this movie. Everything is done so well. The music, the acting, the direction, the writing.
The choice of music, as I mentioned, the choice of aspect ratios.
Yes.
Being shot in both 70mm film and IMAX. And it is definitely a movie to be seen in IMAX. If you could see it in IMAX.
It's also a movie that needs to be owned in every Blu-ray collection.
Yeah, it is. It is, I believe, future. I think in 50 years, people will be talking about Sinners the way that they talked about The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, yeah.
Or even From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Because that's a movie that kind of goes under the radar, but the reason why I believe it goes under the radar is because it is very much a genre film. I think the ways that this movie Sinners is different, and then Dusk Till Dawn is actually what makes it better.
Yeah.
I think the characters are deeper. I think in the case with Robert Rodriguez and what he was trying to do with From Dusk Till Dawn is he was making a genre film. Yeah. He did it. Don't get me wrong. That's a really good movie. Yeah. But I would say that one of the reasons why it's a really good movie is because it kind of flips a genre film on its head.
Yeah.
It's like you think it's one movie and then it's another movie.
Yeah.
That's what makes it. But that kind of trick, that's not what this movie is about.
Yeah.
This is a whole deep, really, really well integrated, intertwined story that happens to have the vampire twist. But the vampire twist is not the twist.
Yeah.
There's so many twists.
Yeah.
And vampires being in a movie is just a part of all the varied twists.
I agree.
So that's what's really cool. And I think that the kind of reveal, the ending, the post credits, all of that stuff, it works together so well.
Yeah.
In a way that From Dusk Till Dawn, I don't think From Dusk Till Dawn was ever attempting to be as grand as Sinners was.
No, I think that Sinners definitely surpassed from Dusk Till Dawn. But again, so much more variation, so much more layering, and that's got to be years to implement and to factor out in your head. Like for Ryan Coogler writing all this down before making his movie, I got a feeling this movie's been on his mind for several years now, wanting to make this happen.
Absolutely, he's mentioned about
like his masterpiece.
His uncle was a big influence on him with the blues.
Yeah.
And his uncle passed while he was doing post editing for Creed, so 2015.
Yeah.
And he was just listening to blues records, thinking about his uncle. So you got to think that if his uncle died in 2015, then maybe he didn't have a complete idea, but he had like the nuggets of an idea since 2015.
Yeah, 10 years in the making.
So yeah, that good ideas take a long time to marinate.
I think overall for this film, I have no issues with it, no flaws. Everything is fantastic about it, and it's for that reason alone I give it 5 out of 5 jump scares.
Yeah, I give it 5 out of 5 jump scares. As I said, there's so much more that I could say about this movie, but I don't want to just be rambling on. I don't want to just be rambling on. So for that reason, we'll stick to it and say that absolutely this gets a 5 out of 5 jump scares.
Well,
say it with your chest.
5 out of 5 jump scares from me. 5 out of 5 jump scares for him.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Sinners yet, definitely recommend go out and have a look at it. Fantastic movie. So really curious to see what you guys think about it and to hear about it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Leave comments below on this video. Let us know what you think. Also, if you guys have any suggestions, movies that you want to see us review for you, let us know. We'll make a video and give you a proper shout out. And don't forget to tune in next week. We kind of have to do this following what inspired this film as big as Sinners was to us. We're definitely doing episode 23, From Dusk Till Dawn. Make sure you guys are there for that. Don't miss it. In the meantime, we're signing off. I'm Scary Terry. This guy here.
I'm Rock Horror.
It's Rock Horror. And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. So we will see you guys next week. From Dusk Till Dawn. All right. Later, guys.